Unsurprisingly, we're in Australia, so we drink a lot of Australian wines. Makes sense, it's nearby, it's accessible, and it's cheap. But today, Different Drop has hooked us up with 6 wines from winemaking legends from around the globe. Now, am I anxious that I'm about to rag on a wine from a country that already thinks that I don't like them? Yes, I am. But also super optimistic that we're going to find some absolute bangers in this lineup, because usually the guys at Different Drop, they know what they're doing. Welcome to Bottle Shock.
All right, we have winemaking legends from around the world.
6 wines. We got some whites, orange, reds, bit of a mixed bag, so let's get into it.
I hope I don't do anything too controversial today. All right, wine number 1. We've got some whites to kick off, blending into oranges and then reds.
Cool.
Vibrant, lemony, citrus, kind of got this like nice nutty oxidative thing.
Pretty. Smells like it's a little bit off dry, like there's a bit of botrytis potentially going on here. Smells like sweet and berry-like.
Lean, bright, fresh, fantastic sparkling wine. There is absolutely no doubt about it. Not looking to weight it down in ripeness or autolysis or maturation. It is certainly not in the realms of sort of these fun Granny Smith apple type aromatics that you would associate with Prosecco or even Cava. It sits as really fine, well-made champagne.
It's a lead sparkling wine. It is fucking delicious fizz. Green apple freshness, really bright, sprightly acid, lovely kind of autolytic character.
I think it's a Riesling. I do. It's got this sort of off-dry characteristic to it, where there is a bit of residual sugar. I think there's a really good chance that given that these are winemaking legends from around the globe, there's gonna be some stuff that I'm pretty unfamiliar with here.
I'd pay like $90 a bottle for this and I'd buy 12. I think it's very, very yummy. Not too sure if this is champagne.
I'm absolutely grabbing 12. I would happily pay $80 for this. I think it's just like good, awesome, sparkling wine from somewhere. And I really love it.
Definitely getting a dozen of it. I reckon that's gonna be like a $45 bottle. I can understand your legend status. That is delicious. On to wine number 2. What a hot start.
Wine number 2. Pale lemon again, but doesn't look too fizzy.
Similarly light in color. Definitely not looking super oxy or super skin contacty.
Chardonnay. So we've got a bit of oak here, but it's really kept in check, like it's really quite tailored.
Yum, Chardonnay. Banana-y ester character.
There's a slight like toffee sort of scent coming through. Yeah, really pleasant. Toffee and wood.
Pretty powerful wine. It's not too overt though. Like it's pretty well tailored. Everything's kept in check. This is a really gorgeous Chardonnay. They're really gorgeous, very pretty. I want to see a bit more fruit ripeness for it to kind of hit into the stratosphere, but boy, is it so close to that.
Similar sort of vibe to wine number 1, but a little bit more of this lingering sort of like bite to it. As I was talking, I was about to talk how it's like the aftertaste of it leaves you with this like sort of acidic thing. But then as I was talking, this beautiful like integration of oak came through as well. So you get this sort of like vanilla-y sort of finish after you've had all of the fruit and all of the acid.
Love this. Very, very good fun. I mean, the oak is quite prominent. There's this lovely vanilla, banana, ester character, but I love that fruit. I love that intensity. Reminds me of Yarra Valley, so I'm gonna go Yarra Chard. Happily pay $80, and I'd grab 12 of this.
I'd happily pay around about $60 a bottle for it, and I would actually buy 6 to 12. Premier Cru, if you will.
I'm gonna time it, hang on. When does that oak hit come through after I swallow the wine? Here we go. All right, timer. Liquid in lip, start the timer, then I'll tell you how long it takes for the oak to hit. So swallowed. It's 4 seconds. It's acid. It's citrus. It's lemon. Now I can feel it dissipating in my mouth. And then on that exhale, I can feel the oak on my tongue. That's a 20-second experience. Think about the cost per wear. Come on. That's sick. I love it. Dozen. $100. I reckon that is very fancy wine from somewhere that I don't understand, but I'm really into it. That's cool.
Wine number 3 is a skin contact wine. If we're talking about long-standing winemaking legends, surely this has got to be Georgian, the oldest wine-producing region in the world.
And we got a lovely little orange number right here.
Orange. Skinsy. Smells like cough lozenges.
It's got the lanolin vibe. It's got this amazing sort of custard apple vibe. It's just a little dirty. I don't mean that there is a fault here. All the flavors are a little bit muddied together.
Oh, it smells great though. I love this. It's got that like kind of vitamin C lolly character, but it's also just like burnt citrus, bergamot, like Earl Grey tea. It smells elite. I'm all over it.
Years ago on the show when we used to have orange wines, I feel like there was a lot more inconsistency. These days, whenever we get an orange wine put in front of us, I'm finding myself go, wow, this is actually the style of orange that I could be into.
I really love the palate weight. I really think it's fantastic. It's not too heavy. It's definitely not too light. The grippiness, that sort of underripe pear, powdery tannin, definitely is here and it's kept in check. I don't think you could or would want to put this under élevage for any longer. It doesn't really have the tannin profile. The tannin profile is almost like what we would associate as a red wine as being like very silty, very fine grained already. Like it is a smooth orange wine. You don't need to mature this in a cask any longer. So I would pay around about $65 a bottle for it and I would buy, again, 6 to 12. I personally place a value on the context.
Long-time viewers of the channel, you may remember that Magic 38 was like how much all natural wine costs, but you know, that was 4 years ago and everything's gotten a little bit more expensive. The new Magic number, I've noticed, seems to be about 43. So I'm gonna say that's a $43 bottle of wine.
I'd happily pay another $80. So everything's $80, but I would 12. That's delicious. Oh man, I love this. So good. 3 bangers to start off.
All right. Wine number 4. Lean, stemmy, immediately my head goes to Cabernet Franc. Could be Gamay as well.
Earthy, very earthy and savory. It smells Italian.
Beautiful. Beautiful nose. I feel like since I've started wearing a hat and glasses on camera, I feel a lot like Rafael Nadal. Like, you know how when he was going to serve, he would always do the like tuck, readjust, jock, back, squat, and then yeah. I feel like these days, every time I go to taste a wine, I'm like hat backs, glasses on, let's sniff. It smells great.
I don't find it that enjoyable as a drink. I find it very bony, and it's all about the structure, but the structure's green and sapid. I think it's Loire Cabernet Franc. It's not my favorite, to be honest. I'm a bit of a weirdo, especially when I find myself amongst a bit of a hipster crowd where everyone waxes lyrical about it, and I'm sure there's great context and great cultural sort of aspects to it, and I just haven't found the right one for me.
Oh, great fresh, juicy fruit underneath as well. Some lively acidity, but some great structure alongside it. Savory, fresh. Got this love, I love that kind of Syrah, olive tapenade, smoky meat character that's just so fun.
Ooh, that's exciting. Oh. Look at me being a wine person. What an exciting, exhilarating red. Bright raspberry and strawberry at the start. There is a little bit of a savory element, good tannin profile, good structure, just like a pitch perfect medium weight red, which is the style of red wine that I really enjoy drinking at this point in my journey. Yeah, dozen of that. Jesus, I'm buying some wine today. I reckon that's a $60 bottle.
Great Syrah. I think this might be Rhone. $60 and I'd buy 6.
$42 a bottle for this and I would buy 1 bottle. This one's more a case of it's not my bag.
Okay, wine number 5. That smells good too. Damn! Winemaking legends living up to their names.
This is much more of my speed. This is the raspberry seed, sort of lifted aromatics. We're delving into Pinot Gamay territory.
Oh, good use of oak here. Very pretty, fresh red fruit, raspberry dew. Could be Grenache as well, but I'm giving more Pinot just because the use of oak is a little bit more prominent.
Less incensey than the previous wine. Like, I think this person's more likely to sell you some property that's been in the family for a couple of generations. Like, it smells more like traditional wine.
Not an overly complex wine. Actually, I lie. There is some pretty decent length here. There is some pretty decent tannin. There is a pretty full, quite amazing sort of siltiness here. Gamay is where I'm at.
Acid's quite modest. Texture is luscious. Great crystalline kind of structure and tannin here as well. I think it's a beautiful wine. I'm going Grenache.
It's like a crunch or like a bright sort of like crisp berry thing that I found in a lot of Grenaches that I've been drinking lately. So I think this is a New World Grenache, probably Pinot. This is the thing, when you're in that space where you can't tell if it's a Pinot or a Grenache, that's sort of my favorite style of each. Like, I like Grenaches that look like Pinots and I like Pinots that look like Grenaches. It's a cool wine. I'll buy a dozen of that too. I'd pay $70 for that.
$60, 65 at this, and I would buy 12. So far, this is my my wine of lineup.
I'm gonna grab $75 and I'll grab 12 of this. I think this is a delicious, delicious wine.
Lastly, wine number 6, we're going deeper, darker, denser in color, huh?
deep, dark, inky.
The deepest of the fruits so far, the darkest of the colors. Smells like the most sort of traditional of the reds, a little bit more oak use, a bit dustier, a bit more savory, a bit less fruit weight on the nose, which is fine.
It smells like dark chocolate. It smells like Cabernet. It smells like really amazing Cabernet.
It smells like Cabernet. It smells like great Cabernet.
It tastes somewhat Australian in the sense that like red wines from this country generally have like this real generosity of fruit because it ripens under the hot Aussie sun.
This is a great Cabernet. This has one problem that all great Cabernets have, is mid-palate fleshiness. It's hollow in the middle. You feel this wine at the front of the palate and at the back of the palate, like literally, and you feel the acidity on both sides, and then literally in the middle, it's a bit hollow.
I love that intensity. There's a great inkiness and structure to the wine. And I love this kind of very fine grain tone. It's very Cabernet, and it's absolutely fantastic. I'd only grab 6, but I'd happily pay $100 for it. I think this has got so much class behind it, and I want to see this age and develop over a long period of time.
I'm so impressed. This is such a young wine, and it's really hard for us to we judge the wine on the day. Like, we're not trying to make some sort of pontification about where it's going to go into the future. I'd pay $80 a bottle, and I would buy 12.
This is the only wine I don't need a dozen of in this lineup. I reckon I'll take 6 of them. And I reckon that's going to be a bargain. I reckon that's a $35 bottle of red. But best lineup we've had in ages, for me, personally, my taste. Dozen, 6. Can't beat that. Look at us Penfolds boys having our official notebooks here. Ooh. And you're the one going to lunch. Anyway, guys, welcome back. Winemaking legends this week.
This is awesome.
These are fucking legendary, all right?
Legends, they fucking are.
They are very
banging wines.
This is one of those tastings. It's very rare for me to go through. Like, sometimes I almost go like hunting for dozens in these because I want to find like my wine of the week. This, I was hunting for something that I didn't want a dozen of.
I was minimum 6, but majority dozens on this. I love this bracket.
There was one wine that I only bought one of.
Interesting.
But every other wine was either 12 or 6 to 12, but depending on the context. I kind of did a bit of a different thing this tasting around where I was like, realistically, I'd buy 6, but if there was a bit of a contextual element, like a bit of story, a bit of aspect, I could be easily convinced up.
Well, let's start at the start. Wine number 1. Cool. Hell yeah, dude.
I drink this so much.
I drank heaps of this. I loved it.
Okay, classic one. Was this fizzy for you?
No.
Yeah, it's fizzy. This is fizzy.
Well, it's probably not Riesling then, is it?
I mean, sect is a massive category, but yeah, it's fizzy.
It was fizzy. I mean, it was fizzy for me, and I could just say that the mousse in particular was really good. Probably the nicest mousse that I've had in a sparkling wine in a hot minute.
Way to fucking brag. Yeah, it was flat for me, and I still bought a dozen of it. It was delicious. Now that not sparkling, it's probably not going to be 45. It's probably going to be 75. But I wanted a dozen for $45.
I wanted a dozen for 90. I wasn't so sure on France. I'm not sure if you went
Neither
to
was
France
I.
with it.
No, I wasn't.
I went New World with it.
I was 12 and 80.
12 and 80.
I don't think it's amazing sparkling wine. I think it's excellent. Deviation Road, could be Tassie, could be Yarra. There's heaps of great producers of it. Let's stop pussyfooting around. What is it?
Pussyfoot is
Arras.
Arras, $125 a bottle. Let's see what it looks like with bubbles in it, if they're already still sitting in the bottle. Oh yeah, look at that mousse.
We have courtesy of Riedel.
Sparkling glasses, baby.
For that.
Look at the size of that.
We got a glass for that.
We got a glass for that. Shout out to Wine Australia.
Potentially some Meunier in here.
This is a lovely.
Oh, that's way better with bubbles in it. I liked it before.
It's literally like mousse. It's it's like meringue.
I love it.
Delicious. Ignore the $45 shout for sparkling of that quality. $120 makes sense.
Yep, I reckon it's about right.
One number 2.
Oh yeah, boy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, boy. Excellent Chardonnay.
Really
excellent
good
Chardonnay. Definitely feels Aussie again to me, like oaky and like that banana characters there, but I love it. I think it's awesome.
I'm a little bit weirded out by this now because everything that you just said, 100% agree with. Great Chardonnay, Aussie. There's something on the nose that's now, as it's opened up, it's getting me to second guess the Aussiness.
Oh, okay.
The thing about this wine for me was the palate length on it. Like, I was drinking it, I was like, oh, that's cool. It's got this nice little acidic finish. And then, 10 seconds after it already left my mouth, this little hint of vanilla and oak came through. I was like, wow.
It picks up steam as it goes along. It's amazing.
This was one of those wines where I'm like, this is really interesting. And usually interesting wines are for you. But I really liked it. I was fascinated by it. I wanted a dozen. I was happy to pay $100 a bottle. It's good banging Chardonnay.
Yeah, I was 80 for 12.
6 to 12 for 60.
This wine is...
I'd buy 12.
Piccadilly Valley, Tapanappa, South Australia.
Yeah. I'm not saying VA. I'm just saying the flintiness. It is super, like it's reductive thingy.
Sorry, there's a hand gesture we have to use to turn a camera on it. Stop trying to turn it back on. You turned it back on, you dickhead. Turn it on.
Oh, sorry.
Where are the deuces up? Hello, yeah. Now it's flashing at us. Are these wines being made by people who aren't originally from Australia, who've come to Australia? Like, what's this across
Well, yes,
the
in
globe?
this instance, yes. This is Xavier Bizot. This is Brian Crozer.
Yeah.
And Brian Crozer, when he finished up with Crozer, sold that in Petaluma, and he sold that company. Tapanappa is the sort of the next thing that he moved on to with his daughter and his daughter's husband, Xavier, of the Bollinger family.
Cool.
And so they came out and they have this school of Crozer. So it's quality.
It's exceptional. It's a really good wine. It's a special occasion wine. Like, as much as I'm saying I'd buy a dozen for $100, it's $120, $90.
$90.
Yeah.
$90.
I'm overpaying for it. But
It is the right price.
special occasion. Wine number 3. Yum.
Yum.
Big into it. I want to know where, like the context again, like the 6 to 12 thing, because the nose wasn't so specific. It's not as like, wow, that's Radicon or something like that.
The nose is like chocolate apricot. The thing that I said about this wine is when we started doing these tastings together, orange wine would be very hit and miss. And I don't know if it's just that we've changed supplier and different drop have a better curated range of oranges, but also I think that like winemakers in general are just figuring out the category a little bit more.
Yep, 100%.
And we're getting more consistency. They're still interesting and different to the wines that you would be drinking in the red and white spectrum, but they don't taste like homemade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They taste like someone who's got a degree has made them, and this is a really good example
tailored.
of it. Well maintained orange. I said Greco for fun, but like who cares what variety it is? It's
Do you
just
reckon it was
delicious.
one of ours?
No,
Nah.
I don't think it's.
Are we winemaking legends?
Nah, definitely.
Yeah, I ordered a dozen for $43. So that's my new 38.
So I was 12 for 80. I love this.
12 for 65.
Occhipinti.
Wow,
$60
$60 a bottle.
Wow. So this is a big change in mode for this wine.
Yeah, is
Because
this 23? Yeah, wow, this is amazing.
That is a big change in mode because this wine in the last, like the 2020, 21, and 22 have been lean and fresh and bright, almost like white wine-esque. This is quite significant.
I think she has a vineyard of Greco and to use for a skin contact, I think. Or like another white variety, she did a skin contact release, and I feel like that wine it's made its way into this.
Yeah,
That is amazing.
That's
And
like
for
Greco I was picking up
$60, that
on.
is a great buy,
is
and
a
that
great
is
buy.
clean as a whistle for those like people that might be worried about Occhipinti.
No.
Squeaky.
That is fantastic.
Beautiful
wine.
wine. Wine number 4.
This was my one bottle.
Interesting. What issues did you have with this wine?
This was the little green number.
Yeah, it's definitely underripe. It's got that kind of olive tapenade brininess as well. So I think like it's a sort of like a Rhone Valley or Rhone variety style thing.
I couldn't get over the greenness. It's all bones and no flesh. And I get that. It's cool. Like, it's got to be for other people. It's not for me.
It's for me. I called this a Goldilocks red. I thought that this was like right nicely in the slot. Like it's medium weight, but
You've
like
said
this
Grenache as well, and I'm wondering whether or not, like, all bones, my commentary, your commentary about Rhone,
Yeah, I went
potentially Commando.
Yeah, I went Syrah because it's like super like pretty. I quite liked it. I didn't love it. I was into it. I went a 6 for 60. I think this would like do well over the medium term.
Mouse.
It could be, like,
Nah,
honestly, this,
harsh.
I see that as really hipstery throwbacks to the beginnings of the natty wine movement,
Yeah.
the cleaner.
It's not mousy. There was just this like it's been open for a while now, and having that taste, then again there is just this little bit of like. That is $49.
Yeah,
That
it's
is Beaujolais.
It's Gamay.
So it's Gamay.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it's clean bread.
It's clean bread.
It's weird.
It's just green.
Yeah.
It's
I hit Andrew Goud up this morning to come hang out in Adelaide. So Andrew,
Come
bring
hang
this.
out.
I'm into it, man.
point.
$50 is great for this.
It is actually pretty
And Regnie is a bit of an underrated cru for Beaujolais
Yeah.
as well.
This one, this hit the Grenache button in my brain.
I was half and half. I had that kind of twitchiness of like, oh, is this Pinot? But I ended up
Yeah.
settling on Grenache. But I love this wine. This
Yes.
is such a beautiful wine.
I loved it. This was at this point in the tasting lineup was my wine lineup until I got to the last one. This is my mode. This is where I want to be.
12 for 70.
12 for 75.
12 for 65.
That's why it's $165.
And it's South African!
Hell yeah, dude! Hell yeah, dude.
Cinsault! This is fucking Cinsault!
Swartland,
Oh
baby.
my god, that is the best Cinsault I have
Delicious.
ever had.
We do love you, South Africa.
We do. They
Just this way.
So this is the
Do
wine.
this more.
I've done some research about South Africa since the last little interruption that we had. And this is giving me the energy that this is a product of the wines that are coming out of Swartland after the Swartland wine rebellion thing has happened. Revolution. Yeah. Beautiful wine.
Pristine,
really nicely done.
lovely, great texture. Very, and $165.
Well, no, again, this is something that we've run into. That would be $60 in South Africa, I presume.
If that was Pinot, we wouldn't buck a.
No.
An eyelid.
It's
No.
just because it's Cinsault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is the best Cinsault ever. It's an amazing producer. I think I'd love
That is
the
the
style.
best Cinsault I've ever had.
Wine number 6.
Okay.
Argentinian Malbec? What the fuck's this?
Cabernet.
Cab.
Very good Cabernet. Old school, I get it. This is way too young. I still loved it.
It's delicious. I wouldn't drink this very much.
No.
I got one of the 6 bottles, but I paid the most for this one. I paid $100 for this one.
I paid the least for this wine. Right now, drinking it in the conditions that it's in, I don't have the foresight to be like, in 10 years, this is going to taste like this.
No, I would still pay for, if in 3 years, I reckon my scores would go up.
It tastes like it's available by the glass. Anyway. Is $90. That is Hickinbotham Cab Franc from McLaren Vale. Didn't see that coming. Damn, dog.
Very ripe Cab Franc.
That is. Cab Franc to me, I've always thought of as
Face.
yeah.
It's McLaren Vale as well. I like. It's not the. It's quite a warm region for the variety.
Yeah, absolutely. It explains some of the decrease in tannin. The style, I'm pretty sure Charlie Seppelt, I think, could still be the winemaker here.
Wine of the week.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, shit, let me think for a second. Yeah, okay.
Tough. This is really tough.
2, 1.
Yeah, South Africa.
It's so yummy, man. It's so yummy. It
how-
tastes like really good French Pinot or
awesome.
good Australian Grenache or really good South African Cinsault, as it turns out.
Cinsault, you're changing my mind.
Yeah, that was
Cinsault's fucking awesome. Dude.
tasty as
Changing
hell.
my mind.
Before anyone's like, oh, so you've fallen over on the South African thing and now you're being nice to them. This is blind. It is blind. Didn't know.
I'm not gonna try to pronounce this because you guys will at me in
Is
the
it-
comments
is it-
anyway as well.
Pofadder?
Pofadder? I don't know.
Pofadder?
Come correct us in the comments.
That was tasty as hell. Thank you so much for joining us.
Ciao, ciao.
These
Thank
wines
you.
bang. Get a 6-pack.